Yep, we are rolling.
All right, 3, 2, 1, pitch!
All right, hello everyone. Growth, change, development. These are all things we learn while we are part of the IDEA program. And if you're an E1, I guarantee you'll learn it too. But it's time for this program to make a big change. And And part of the change is going to be redesigning the name, logo, and tagline, which is why we created Aspire. The main problem we see today is that, one, the IDEA Institute doesn't exist anymore, so that's why it's a necessity for us to create the new name, tagline, and logo. The main goal is to bring in students who aren't just business majors. Another one of our main goals is to actually explain to people what we want you to learn while you're in the program.
So as we started our process of rebranding, we all sat down and individually ideated words that we felt represented the program, yet still had emotional and engaging qualities to them. We came up first with the title Blaze Coalition, but after doing some initial interviews, we realized that Blaze and weed had a strong correlation with a lot of college students, so we decided against that and went back to the drawing board. As you can see here, we went through a lot of different acronyms, words, phrases, and even some visual images to go with it. We finally decided on the tagline, Radical Innovation Through Collaboration, and then finally landed on Aspire as our new title. Here you can see our finalized logo with some other drafts below for different word, lettering, and shapes. And for the logo, we have an upside-down light bulb representing the I in Aspire, and the light bulb is usually representative of ideas, and these small sprouts within the logo represent growth and endurance through new ideas.
The reason we chose the name Inspire was because of the definition. The definition is, sorry, I don't have it memorized because I'm nervous, is to direct one's hopes and ambitions towards achieving something. So that's why our group thought it was a great name for the program, because one, it's eye-catching. If you're a new student, you're gonna wonder what it is about. Two, it's a lot of what you're going to learn as a student in the program. And three, it's what the leaders teach you while you're in the program.
So here we have some mock-ups just showing how you can apply this logo in the real world. We have t-shirts, mugs, and even some banners that could be on campus or downtown. This would help us engage with the community and also just promote the overall program.
So we were kind of lucky because we came in and we kind of had these customers already set for us, but we really wanted to focus on those two groups, one being the student who's not only currently in the program but could be a prospective student as well. So we have Jessica, she's a psychology student. We wanted to get out of the business program because we know we're not all business majors. And we have someone like Aaron, who's a community member. He has a lot of knowledge, but he doesn't really know how to share it with the Western community that he wants to be a part of. We realized we have to approach these people differently, so we made these we made a couple flyers that we're going to be passing out here. They're all targeted towards different groups. We have some for coaches, a general flyer, as well as focused on two different, more major focused, because we realized that it's not a one-size-fits-all approach, and that entrepreneurship isn't the same for everybody, but that we need to approach them all differently. So we did this in another way as well.
So we all know the program is constantly changing, and right now it's especially making a lot of changes, but the one thing that always stays the same is our community and how much we support each other. And so through the social media press release, I wanted to show the rest of the world that. You can see the Mog Instagram post shows, I think it was an E3 event that happened. It shows how much we support each other and what can really happen after this program, after what the results of it. And the press release really kind of gets down to business. We're still a program in school, we're still academic, we still learn. So yeah, that's why I show both sides. And then we have a couple other posters if we wanted to. One is to show the new leadership path of the program. Not everyone has to start their own business. You can be a leader in your current job. And then also, of course, the original founder's path too. So this is our team. I'm Allie.
Lakoya.
Zosha.
Solea.
And you guys are our main customers, so we would love your feedback. So please ask questions, and thank you for listening.
I'll open up to any thoughts, feedback, clarifying questions to you all first.
The logo's really cool.
What do you guys hate about it? What do you? we need to grow.
Constructive criticism.
What was the idea of the How'd you guys come up with
I did the logo. We basically just kind of were thinking ideas, light bulbs, that's kind of a common connection. When I was in Photoshop messing around with the word aspire, I was like, wow, this fits kind of perfectly in the middle. So it can be the eye. Sprouts are kind of like growth. I felt like it matches the word aspire. So it just kind of went together really well.
Cool.
I really like the logo. I just question if it's a little confusing of like what it might indicate to, as maybe not everybody sees that and then thinks of this program, so maybe a little bit of a disassociation there is kind of my initial impression of that, but I think the logo is awesome.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing is that we chose to use kind of the two different, like one is like the Western branded logo for anything like Western affiliated, and then using that like Aspire logo was more of like internal marketing with like the shirts and the mugs, so it's kind of like something that was like special for like us, but still in like the more like relaxed advertising as opposed to like the official Western one for those like, this is like a Western brand and like making sure we align with like their standards as well.
Also, it's not too bad to have environmental studies in this class.
And we went in and changed the colors on the logo as well to be Western certified.
We created a lot of ways this logo could have been made. Another reason that we did the logo that way, though, is because the old logo used to have a light bulb in it, and we wanted to show that we're still that program, but we're growing. So.
I missed some of your presentation, but did you guys ever talk about like trying to connect with like outside community to like help grow the like awareness of the program or something?
We did not. But when doing our research, we focused on coaches a lot.
Coaches.
And how to connect with them.
And then we all are kind of like, we became lucky too, is when we have like people in different majors like in our group. So it was really nice to be like, yeah, she's like a psychology student. And I was like, why would a psychology student like want to do that? And so it was able to be like kind of our own like groups kind of tap like into it. And so I was like, yeah, like I know I want to do it. Like I want to open a business. Like that's easy for me. But it was able to like kind of tap into those different like subgroups as well.
Your thoughts?
Any thoughts?
No, I really like it. It's really cool. My question was actually around the customers, because you talked about multiple different majors. So your customer is all the other students at Western, correct? Okay, and then was the plan to, like, when you promote and market this and try to get the word out, was it more with the flyers, or what was the thinking there?
So right now, basically the advertising we see is word of mouth.
Okay.
If you really think about it. And so what I wanted to do was create a flyer, a poster, a handout that will be able to provide information to what the program does, information to, you can join it even if you're not a business major. Like, we want you in the program. And just what the program is, and how it's kind of like a family, how you still learn. We just had a lot we wanted to express.
Okay.
And also going off of that, we have like the social media and the press release, like, yeah, this program, we were kind of talking about it, we were like, we don't have like a ton of room, like if every single Western student suddenly wanted to be in this program, that obviously would not work, but we still want to tell the community about it, like the Western students and people outside of that too.
Okay, yeah, because the only thing that I saw, because if I'm walking on campus and I see a flyer, I read like there's the first top two, and the very first thing I saw is, are you a psychology major that wants to make money? So that immediately like tells me, like, if I'm not a psychology major, I'm just gonna keep walking. So I would just like to see more of a, like, definitely what you can talk about in this next week up until Sunday is like how are you planning on getting each of those majors and like getting it on a campus wide, because it seemed like it was pretty narrowed to like environmental science and psychology, so that was a little unclear to me.
I think we also kind of made like that general one, which I think would probably go in more of like the main areas versus like maybe putting a psychology one like in academic west. So like that's where you're more likely to kind of like target those groups, because we found like, and there's like I think like a music one, because we talked to Art about it, and he's like, how would you target this group? Like what do they need to know? So he's like, okay, how can we use this knowledge and like figure out that we want to target this group without making it seem like it's only for business students, because that's like a big problem that we've noticed like in the past.
Awesome.
Surprise yourself with how much you can learn about business. Basically, it says it's like only about business. Can you read it?
Told me to put that on there.
Huh?
Meg told me to put that on there.
Okay.
Quote of Meg. She didn't like that our previous flyers were too much about the social, like, come and we'll make change together, you know? She wanted it to be more, tell everyone this is still business, this is still a business class. So that's why that line is underneath there. And Art wanted us to target, he wanted us to make specific flyers that said, catch lines that were, you're a psychology student, you can be in this program. You're a music student, you can be in this program. So
Okay.
that's why we made it that way.
Anything else?